Hello, everyone. I'm back for another uh, Pedialyte talk, Pedialyte testimony. It had been a while since I last recorded a message. I believe it was shortly after I came back from uh, Charlotte. Not too long after I came back from Charlotte. This past August was the last time I actually uh, uh, did a video, one of my Pedialyte uh, video messages. So um, the, the topic of my speech today basically got speech with and how I felt. He was speaking through me right around the time he called me to uh, become a youth leader, a youth minister at Assembly of God Life Church. At the time, I didn't know uh, why I was put in that position. I was pretty much uh, thrown in there, not knowing what to expect or anything, and that was back in February of 2017 when I first joined the Cage Life Youth Ministry at Assembly of God at Assembly of God Life Church. Um, but, no, at that time, no, things were going actually pretty well for me. Up until the past summer, in which I ultimately went down to Charlotte, North Carolina, to spend where I spent the majority of August. Uh, Down there to be with to spend time with my brother, and to get away from things that were really dragging me down at that period of my life at that time. And at that time, I would really like I was really down. I was really uh, broken into pieces. And so when I went out to Charlotte in February, that was something uh, I really needed to do, and 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 and, and further figure out between myself and the Lord uh, what it was, why that He put me in the position to be a Cage Life youth minister at Assembly of God Life Church. And well, like I said, when I first went into it in February, I had no idea what I was going to do or what I was going to accomplish or uh, what He placed in my heart to uh, give others. And I didn't fully get a full grasp of that until I came back from Charlotte, and that was a good several months later afterwards. Because I went out, I first joined the ministry in February, and I didn't go out to Charlotte until uh, August. So that was quite a good uh, several months before I went out after I've already been uh, in the ministry. So I basically blindly jumped in the ministry, not knowing uh, why I was placed in that position, why I became a part of this uh, uh, big thing for the youth, and I now do know my purpose in it, with it to help others, especially the youth, because the youth are our future. Um, to help them see the hope that God has placed in them, and for what they have through God for their life, and also a big part of it, using what hurts me to help the younger generation, and that's where most of my uh, inspiration come from. Because I'm not very close to a lot of people these days, and as much as that hurts, it definitely hurt that at times I do feel um, like alone a lot. I do feel isolated a lot, uh, but I do use what I do in the youth ministry to help fill that void. Uh, as far my family, as far as how I am with my family, there's very, very few that I'm really in contact with these days, and there's another two or three that not really we're not really family, but that I did feel like they are. I did feel like they are part of my family, even though we're not uh, really family as far as like being cousins or anything like that. And this particular person or group of people, um, I, I did I just got back into connecting with. Uh, Before then, I haven't seen this person in years. The last time I seen this person was like like the late '90s, early 2000s. That was the last time I've seen these uh, couple people who I'm now in contact with from time to time. And I do go out to visit them every now and then. Uh, most of the time after I head to church, go to church at the Roscoe campus of Assembly of God Life Church, since they live not too far from that campus. It's only about a 10-minute drive from the campus to where they stay. Uh, so it was a blessing to uh, kind of get connected, reconnected with them. So like I said, I feel for the last several months, honestly, I felt very, very isolated. I felt alone a lot. Um, Obviously that hurt, but I use uh, I tend to use what I do in the ministry, and pretty much the whole ministry and the youth that I'm involved in. Uh, I look to that to fill uh, the voids and the painful feeling that I've been feeling for the last uh, several months. So I'm really happy that I'm now back in contact with these uh, selected number of people. I won't say who the names are. I'd rather not disclose that that info. But I'm really happy and blessed that uh, God reconnected me back to the people who used to watch me all the time when I was a little kid. I remember very little of it. I was young, so I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I do remember uh, some of it, and I also remember one. It was one Saturday. I believe it was a Saturday. I went to visit them for a while after spending some time at the church, and she, she told me a little story I, every time I was over there, I used to hide in the boys' room all the time, and my grandmother or my brother come and get me, and they think that I went back home, and by the way, we did live down the street from each other, and so they think I went back home, and all the while I'm still at their house, at the close friend's house, hiding in the boys' room, either like under the bed or in the closet somewhere. And I honestly don't remember that, but they do apparently. I don't remember hiding under the bed or in the closet or anything like that because I didn't want to go home. So I felt that was kind of that was kind of funny. The, but you know, but every time I get a chance to see these people, which is pretty much I'll go and visit them uh, after church uh, uh, Saturday or Sunday. Probably more convenient on Sunday because I could stay a little while longer at opposed to Saturday. 'Cause- So and no being reconnected with uh, that uh, blessed my heart to be able to see them again, and after it been such a long time since uh, I've seen them, and far as me and how I feel with my family these days. No, I truly love my family, but you know, it feels like at the time and the season, I'm not really close to a lot of them. I would like to be, and honestly, that hurts. It hurt to feel like you're in a big world all by yourself. It hurts that when you need someone to reach out to, um, that you feel you don't really have a lot of uh, option. Um, I do have a very few very few numbers that I have that I reach out to, and I hold them very close to my heart. I really hold them uh, very close to my heart, and and she the person that I originally got back into contact with. Every time we get a chance to talk, she does. She really does offer me encouragement. She really encourages me to continue to do what I do in the season of hurt and the season uh, of confusion from time to time at, at, at what I may be confused about that God is doing to me or what He shaping um, in my life. But no, at 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 one certain point, I knew that I had to put uh, my desires aside and do what the Lord wanted me to do. Cause He played a calling, you know, in my life to the younger generation, to the young kids, and and honestly, until every now and then, every now and then, I get so uh, caught up and feeling alone. I do tend to forget uh, the reading God placed me in the ministry. That I know he placed me in the ministry. He placed me in the ministry for a reason, and I got to look to why he put me in the ministry more than how I feel, uh, and than how I'm feeling uh, at at that point in time. That honestly, that more not now more than uh, not now more than ever. I feel isolated a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm making that. I feel isolated a lot. I there's not a lot. Uh, there's not a lot of others I have that I feel like I can reach out to. Although there are uh, a few of them that I can. They're the few at Life Church and the thumb and the young adult ministry, or the some others in the whom I work with in the youth ministry and the Kid Life youth ministry that I have that I can reach out to, and I'm grateful for those. It may not be a lot in numbers, but still, um, I'm grateful that I have those uh, I can reach out to, and the youth kids that I hang around with every weekend to uh, uh, bring the joy out of myself, and to be around them, to share my stories, uh, what I feel God has and have been doing for me, and fulfilling what God may have for them. Okay, we all have a path. It may not be a pleasant one. Mine definitely not a pleasant one. It, 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 it definitely does hurt. Uh, it all of it does fall into the same uh, like category, so to speak, but it is uh, different situations that I've had to uh, be put through, but the majority of it does still fall in the same uh, category, like the same uh, category can be used for these three, four, five entities that really hurt, and the exact same thing, and I use that to uh, inspire me to want to help the younger generations, because they're our future. The younger generation are truly our future, and I use all those pains to uh, I use all those pains to reach out to them, to help them come up and be inspiration to the generation that comes after them. That like the third generation, so to speak. Like I'm doing what I'm doing now, and the youth that I'm hanging out with, ministering weekend every weekend. If when they or if they receive a similar calling to what I did, or any kind of similar, or in any kind of uh, uh, work in the ministry from the Lord that He had played on their heart, that they will be able to uh, reach out to others after them, just as I'm doing right now, to the younger to the younger generation after me. They will be able to do the same thing to the younger generation that comes up after them. So, that really that really gave me joy. That really helped lift my spirit, and the downtime, and the rough season. I probably wouldn't say rough, but it getting better. I probably wouldn't say rough, but down season. That probably the best way to say it. And the down season that I'm going through, and the only way I can really go is up. As long I feel it's a long time continue doing what I'm doing with the youth, even though I still feel alone and isolated from time to time. I do know now that I have others uh, who want to be there, and I know those whom I can reach out to, and it's up to me not to be afraid to reach out to them whenever I feel that. Whenever I feel like I need to reach out to someone and talk, and it's really up to me not to hold myself back and and bury myself into all the pain and that I've been feeling. Good. And no and not too long ago, the youth ministry that have they have the separate uh, uh, on Facebook. They have this group called the young adult. They've been trying to get me to come out to a lot of the outings that get together. They may have. I have been through several of them. Several of them. The only issue is that most of them are just, they're like so far away, like an hour and a half, like to get to wherever the gathering is. So and a lot of time it'd be around 6 or 7 o'clock, and the location where it's at. Once I look at them, see exactly where it's at. The majority of it, the majority of them, it'd be like an hour 15 minute drive to get there. I'm like, my goodness, guys, you guys are like really trying to expand the group out a little bit. So yeah, I have been through a couple, and no, this week, uh, knowing that I have others that uh, that that are that are willing to listen and who want to hear the story that I have. It really helped me get all those uh, feelings out, and because more often than not, I do tend to keep those uh, feeling uh, bottled down and inside of me, which uh, which eventually does hurt me more than others, and it was actually the past Wednesday evening at Life Church. I had about a 30 minute 40 minute chat with Kiwan Shepherd. He's one of the real life leaders at Assembly of God Life Church for the older kids, the one slightly older than the group that I work with and minister to, and so after that Wednesday evening service, Kiwan and I had a one-on-one talk. Um, we prayed over each other, and I explained to him why I feel our place in the ministry, um, and some certain things that is going on in my life, and he basically uh, explained to me that no, we all go through trials, and and that God had a unique uh, uh, life plan for each of us. So it's different. It's all different. Uh, just like the fingerprint on everybody is different. Nobody have the same thumbprint, and that's the way God designed it. That we don't have just like we don't have the same uh, thumbprint. Everybody who is called into the ministry, whether they're called into the ministry or not, they God have a unique plan for for each of us, and even though it took me quite a while to figure out what specifically what he wanted me to do, um, I had to allow him, I, God, I had to allow God to uh, mold me into the the person that He has designed for me to do, and did I see myself doing what I'm doing every weekend? And no, I did not. I did not see myself becoming a youth minister. I did not see myself becoming uh, the a youth manager for kids. No, I did not see myself preaching uh, 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 testimony about my life, uh, along with what God says about my life to the younger generation. I did not foresee myself doing that, and that chat with Kiwan, whom I'm pretty close with now. That chat, even though it only lasted probably about half an hour at most, that chat did more wonder for me, more than anything I can think of. Um, that she actually reached out to me uh, several days ago. Prior to that, one-on-one chat we had that that Wednesday, and that I'm grateful that I actually met him, and that we had that opportunity to chat, and that I was able to get a lot of things out for what how I felt about myself, and how I felt, how God led me and into the to the youth ministry, kind of similar to what I do with when I speak with the kids. It almost the exact same uh, thing. It was just more. It was pretty much more personal than than I ever really gone with the actual youth kids. I was pretty thankful I was able to have that chat with Kiwan, and and knowing that when God speaks to us, no, no, he had unique plan for us all. And for me, is reaching out to the younger generation and helping them perceive the hope, dream, and future for themselves that God has for them. And I found what now that I found what um, God has for me to as far as being a youth minister, I can use that combined with what hurts me, what 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 hurts me the most. I can use that to further reach out uh, to the youth, and really be and hopefully be an influence in their life, and which is what which I want and will strive to be at a youth minister to the kids at Assembly God Life Church, and and helping them see the hope that God had for them and their future, like the scripture and like the scripture in Jeremiah, where we talked about God giving us a future and a hope, that we all go through um, bad times. We all go through bad seasons. I'm currently going through one right now, but along as you know that God had a future and a hope for you, there's nothing you have that you should be worried about. No, there's nothing uh, that should hold you back from achieving what you set your heart and mind to. Now, I've set my heart and mind to doing what I do, uh, in the youth ministry, to the kids, and that sometimes that some days I feel so overwhelmed with something that sometimes I may feel like, man, I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can go in. I don't know if I can go in that day or whenever. But you know, but whenever I feel that, I gotta remember why God placed me uh, in the ministry. I gotta remember why God played what He had played in my heart, to reach out and be a blessing to the future generation. I gotta remember why he did that. Each time I feel or get the feeling of uh, the bad thing I feel uh, about myself, as far as uh, feeling isolation, as far as the pain I feel from being rejected, and those type things, those type of things that I've been feeling a lot for the past uh, several months. Recently, it's been more isolation, more than rejection. Recently, it's been more feeling isolation, and I just gotta continue to um, do what I do, and the youth ministry, and continue to reach out to others, and the young adult group, and at Assembly of God Life Church, which I'm now uh, a part of. I gotta look to those two things to continue to build up my strength about who I am as a person, as a youth leader, as a youth minister, to be able to fulfill the hope that God has placed in my heart, to reach out to others to fulfill the hope that God has placed and the younger generation's lives, whom I'm ministering to week in and week out. And as long as I do that, you know, as long as I do that, I will feel continually blessed, and I know sooner or later, um, God gonna bless me with something big, something even greater, and 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 it, and it, and it, and it's basically really up to me uh, to wait on his timing. Continue to thank him for what he's done in the past. To continue to thank him for telling me to give back whatever he told me to give back, and just believe that whatever he had for me, in due time, he will hand to me, and it's up to me to remain patient with him and allow him to work through me for me to continue to reach out to to the younger generation, to help them um, uh, grow up to be the man or woman of God that they have, and help them see the anointing and the calling that God may be placing uh, in their life, and and all that comes from listening and hearing God when he speaks to us, and I got most of these speaking to me from God. Uh, the whole while I was in Charlotte. The past summer, I basically when I was called into the ministry, I basically jumped right in, not knowing what to expect or what my role was going to be. But now that I have a full clear understanding of it now, I can easily look to that to uh, feel all the pain and void I've been feeling, and in due time he will fill those voids with the with the right um, uh, projection that he has for me. And I'm still a young guy. Um, I'm only 26 years old. I'm still only 26 years old. I will be 27 on the 17th, which is also the Peter Light Day, which I was planning to postpone this video, to postpone this message till then, because I'm not, when I would uh, while preparing the message, I realized my birthday was coming up. That Peter Light Day was coming up, so I had to. So after I got the my all my notes down, um, and realized that Peter Light Day was coming, so I was going to save it till around that time to share this message. So that's pretty much my message for today, which is basically titled "God Beat to Us," with with basically all I did the whole time I was away, and Charlotte this last summer, and this would the majority of our August, and it was me reaching out to the younger generation to help them see the hope and future that God had placed in their life to be uh, a blessing for for the generation uh, after them. Just like just like what I'm doing right now at the youth ministry at Assembly God Life Church within the Kids Life Youth Ministry, reaching out to the younger generation to inspire uh, hope in their lives. Someday they might have a calling in their life to uh, do the exact same thing I'm doing. It may be a slightly different calling, but still in the same uh, still in the same category, so to speak, that they can use to help others in their walk with Christ. And you know, and for me personally, this is really the thing that I look forward to get my joy, to get my happiness. To really, 95% of my joy and happiness come from being in the youth ministry. Today, 95% of my joy and happiness come from being in the youth ministry at a Assembly God Life Church, as a youth leader for the Kids Life Youth Ministry. And whenever I feel, whenever I can't make it to a service for whatever particular reason, it honestly hurt me, just like it probably hurt them. Just like the time I went out to Charlotte. Uh, no, it hurts me just as much as it hurt them whenever I'm not in that gym for the service. You know, when Saturday or Sunday comes, or sometimes even Wednesday. Now, when I'm now for Wednesday, I'm now actually with the big group now, for the people around my age, maybe some a little younger than I may be. Uh, so really reaching out to them, being around them. That's where 95% of my joy, 95% of my happiness come from being around the youth, and instilling hope in their life, and that's what I feel is a big part of why I became a youth manager. Be the light, be the hope. It building it's instilling the hope and future that God is placing on your life to be a greater generation, to be a greater blessing to the generation that come after you. Just just like how I'm doing right now to the generation that come after me. That someday, if someday they may get a calling in their heart, just like I did, to reach out to the younger generation that come after them and be a greater blessing to those that comes after them, just like what I'm doing to the youth right now. That those that came after me. So that's my message for today. It was titled "God Speak to Us." I enjoy giving this message. It went a little longer than I expected it to, but I finally got it. I finally got it down. So that's my Peter Light birthday message for you guys. Yeah, my birthday coming up soon. January 17th. The coming Wednesday. That's when I originally planned to have it recorded. So for Ronnie Wilson, the Peter Light, be the hope. God bless you. Till next time.